another little nugget.
Ones that have packed rock and heavy material like lead and obviously gold.
There we go.
What are you doing?
So can we
shouldn't be up there.
We get it, bro. You shouldn't be up there either.
Why are you taking pictures? Dude, he's pretty good. Pretty good first. Jeez.
On December 11th, 2025, Katie, the creator behind Katie Roams, prepared for a night of stealth camping in the UK. Her channel documents solo van life and quiet outdoor travel. Parked beside a canal on her first night back from Norway, she planned to wait out a winter storm inside her van, expecting nothing more than wind and rain.
I am back home in the UK after my incredible trip to Norway. However, I have been welcomed home with some very severe weather warnings. Very typical British weather. I've got severe rain, severe winds. The storm, I've just checked, is due to arrive in about half an hour, so I might go have a wander. There's a little canal down there. You make the most out of it. Like, I'm being more of a stealthy park up tonight, but that's the reality of van life. It is what it is. You make the most out of it. Ooh, there's a path down there. The clouds look absolutely miserable. The wind is most certainly picking up. I'm surrounded by like a barrier of dark clouds.
Severe weather warnings covered the region as Katie returned from Norway. Heavy rain and strong winds were forecast overnight. Rather than move on, she chose a public parking area beside the canal, intending to remain unnoticed until morning. As daylight faded, the wind strengthened across the open space, and the location began to feel less temporary than she intended.
The angle at which I'm cooking right now is probably not great, but I really don't want to step foot outside the van. It's freezing out there. Norway was cold, but it was dry cold. Dry cold is so much nicer than wet cold. The van is literally shaking. My stove is flying away. I'm being literally blown all over the place. And it's getting cold as well. I might have to bring it in because my flame keeps going out. Got it a bit open, but not a lot. Obviously I need airflow because I've got gas on, but it's howling. Howling out there.
By evening, the storm had fully arrived. Gusts rocked the van while rain struck in steady sheets. Inside, Katie tried to settle into routine cooking dinner as sudden bursts of wind repeatedly blew out her gas stove. The damp cold felt heavier than what she had experienced abroad. Later, she converted the sofa into a bed and attempted to rest while the storm continued outside.
It's about midnight right now, and a group of teenagers have pulled up next to me like a boy racer car. I can hear them around the van. They keep talking about illegal stuff, razzing their cars around and playing like really loud music. Oh, this is so annoying. Okay, from what I can tell, there's about 3 vehicles and I'm fully blocked in.
Sometime after midnight, the soundscape changed. Engines, music, and voices replaced the wind as cars pulled into the nearby area. The activity continued for hours, leaving Katie awake and unable to move the van. By morning, the rain lingered, the area cleared, and she drove away for scheduled van maintenance. Viewers later focused less on the storm and more on practical concerns, being alone boxed in and reliant on conditions staying calm through the night. Nothing truly went wrong, but when plans depend on remaining unnoticed, how quickly can a quiet night become something you are simply waiting to escape? On October 21st, 2025, near Bokeelia and Matlacha, Florida, a routine fishing trip turns tense. The footage comes from Hood Fishing Entertainment, a YouTube channel centered on real-life fishing and raw encounters on public waters. While targeting snapper from their boat, Hood and his crew are confronted by a man near a private dock, shifting the day from fishing to conflict.
Hey, y'all know what time it is, man. We on our way to the spot. I got some fish charm right here. We'll put a little bit of water in there, make it muddy, get mud balls, throw it out there, watch them bait fish go crazy. Hey, man, we at the spot, getting this charm charmed up, make little charm balls, try to see if we can get us some greenbacks real quick. We got some shrimp, but it's good to have some extra bait. We finna try to throw some balls out there, see if I can see some. The pelicans down there, so I'm thinking wherever the pelicans at, that's where the fish be at.
So how do you create that?
You just use water. They make it. The bait stores make it. Once the bait stores make it, you buy it. Like I say, when they hit the water, it dissolves. You'll see the little bait fish swim around it. See if we can make it happen. I know that water high today, so it's a good thing to wear. It's a good thing, but it's tough because now you can't really see in the water. It make the water dark, and to make it better, you got somebody that know how to drive. Too close, I'll push off. No, I don't see none yet. Water too dark. They probably too deep right now. Like if it was low tide, the water be so clear, you can see everything. Now the water is so high, hard to see, boy. Man, we back. We at the spot, trying to see if we can get some snapper on this abandoned pier before we go over to our little spot. But the day challenge, we're gonna do first 1 to 5 fish. It's 5 per person, a snapper. We're gonna see who catch the first 5. Me, a bent rod teaser. I'm gonna go 15, but you got to fill it out first.
So what's the process like catching mango snapper?
You gotta find them. Once you find them, fish them. Use some shrimp, some white bait. Get you a nice size hook, nice size weight. Nothing too big, and make it happen. That's a good hit right there. Hit that again. First one. This ain't nothing major though, baby. 9 inches. Fish ain't biting their line because they can see it. Sometimes when the fish can see it, they'll come up to it to eat it, see that line, and turn around. But when you got thin line and they can't see it, they're gonna hit it. Need that one I just had last time, man, that real. Only if these were 10 inches, boy, I'd be at 3 right now, boy. Oh, that's a snapper, boy. Tease it, man. I'm out here, man. You know what I'm saying? This is what I do. Hey, man, y'all see what it is, man. We got our first snapper.
Mm-hmm.
Don't look like no wild.
3 more to go.
They waiting on them greenbacks to roll in. They gonna eat on those pinfish.
Yes, sir.
Hood Fishing outlines the plan for the day snapper fishing in Southwest Florida. The crew prepares bait talks through their approach and stresses they are fishing legally from the boat. The mood is relaxed, competitive, and focused entirely on the catch. Then, the situation changes.
Here we go.
What are you doing? That's a private pier. Drive the boat if you get crazy. It's a private pier. Can't read signs?
No, sir. We didn't see it. We're gonna leave.
Let's go. Pick her up there.
Yes, sir. Let's go. Hey, man. How you doing?
Don't give me hey, man.
How you doing, buddy? You told us to leave. That's what we're doing, buddy. So can
You
we
shouldn't be up there.
We get it, bro. You shouldn't be up there either.
Why are you taking pictures? Why am I taking pictures? Because you're trespassing. You're not supposed to be
All
on
right,
deck.
we're
That's
leaving.
fine.
We gotta get him. How he supposed to get up here?
It's a private pier. All we doing is trying to get bait. Our hook actually got stuck. Like, cut that shit out, bro. It ain't from a distance. Say, hey, get off the pier, call the police, let the police do the work. Keep your away from people, bro, with that attitude. Doing all that shit for no reason. I found the bait, though.
You seen them over there?
Yeah. They over there. I need some water, though. Cut the live well on. Man.
Got him.
Hey,
What's up?
here you think the other guy's racist or whichever. He's not racist.
No, I don't think
you don't.
I don't think race reason. Like I said, it's ways you come at people, man.
You just don't need to be up on the pier. If you're that bad at casting or whichever, don't fish it.
Man, sir, you can look
You
me
know,
up.
been here 3 days in a row, and
All
I
right,
don't
man.
care.
So look, yeah, you see, if you look me up, like I say,
I
I've
don't
been
care
around
what
this shit
your
forever,
age
bro.
is, bud.
If I put something on this pier, I'm coming to get it. I ain't leaving it.
Don't fish it then,
I didn't fish. I ain't have no damn poles in my hand.
and everything. You know,
I-
you had a
come on,
bucket
man.
in your hand.
I had a bucket in my hand because I was trying to look for something.
Yeah, well, stay
Man,
off
listen,
the
man.
pier, will be fine.
Like I say, if I seen little people on my boat and my pier, I'm gonna walk out here and say, what you doing, you fishing? I'm gonna say, hey, you can't be on this pier. You know, it's a private pier. I'm not gonna say, hey, get off my pier. Bitch, see me, it's a problem.
You're racist as all get out, aren't you? Not all blacks are the same.
Bring it out.
But there's some of them.
Bring it out, baby.
Saying asshole. This guy here's not saying nothing.
Bring
He
it out.
did.
He ain't the one that gotta say nothing.
You're doing all the lipping. Start backing, bud.
Sorry, what?
Start backing.
Backing it up.
You just came out here trying to be friendly, and I just showed you we ain't friendly. I seen you out here 3 days in a row, all right? You gonna see me out here more days in a row, bruh. I'm not worried about you, bro. Like I say, I ain't worried about you at all.
I'm not worried about you neither.
All right then. Anything you doing wrong, you coming
Listen to this
up.
boy. Listen to this boy.
You heard what I'm saying, boy?
I didn't call him a boy. There's no reason to call him one.
Doing this fishing, and that's what I'm just trying to get you to understand. It was no need for you
These
to walk
other
out
two
here.
guys being quiet as all get out. They're
Because them
nice
boys
guys.
don't give a f about you, bro.
Like you. I don't hate all blacks, just the ones like you.
Shit,
but
I
these
bet you
other
do.
two's all right.
You just had bad, man. Push that vehicle up.
The video cuts back to the confrontation. As the boat drifts near a private dock, a man approaches and immediately orders them to leave. Hood explains they are on the water, not standing on the dock, and are only fishing or retrieving gear. The man rejects the explanation, accuses them of trespassing, and raises his voice. The exchange sharpens, shifting away from fishing and toward authority. At that moment, the tension outweighs the trip itself. Hood remains calm, repeating that they are within their rights. Rather than escalate, the crew pulls away and resumes fishing elsewhere.
Oh, boy got a shark, dude.
Got time.
Okay.
Got us a nice snapper, man. Hey. It's a big boy.
Can he bring it in? Will he do it?
Hey, Brand, it took a little minute, feel me? But I got my 5 bad limit of snappers, feel me? If Brand ain't have to go, I'd catch Brand 5, but I did what I was supposed to. Mission complete. Came out here, caught my 5 snapper.
Uh-oh. I'm playing with Teasy.
What I told you.
I'm playing with Teasy.
Get him in, Teasy.
That's a good way to end right there.
Teasy, make it look easy, baby. You know what time it is, man. Snapper time, baby.
Snapper.
Hey.
Oh, yeah, Teasy.
Teasy, make it look easy.
There it is. That shit big. The biggest one right there.
That's the biggest one of the day. He took my bait.
Teasy call it game. That ball game.
That ball game. I get it. Yep, keep it tight. Don't reel, just keep it tight. Whoa! That's my cameraman! Oh! We just got the biggest cameraman in the fishing industry. Y'all cameraman ain't doing this, man. And my boy ain't even first time out there. Come on, man.
Big old snapper.
Come on, man. Hood fishing brand. Yes, sir, Skate.
They later land Keeper Snapper and complete the challenge, ending the trip successfully despite the earlier confrontation. No police arrive and the incident fades, but the discomfort lingers. The conflict was not driven by broken rules, but by presence. The camera itself may have been the only real protection. If this moment had not been recorded, would the outcome have been the same, or might it have escalated further? On May 13th, 2025, Paulie from Pioneer Paulie returned to a quiet Canadian creek he believed he already understood. His channel centers on raw gold, sniping no shortcuts, only bedrock patience and careful observation. But this familiar stretch of water began showing signs that something far richer lay hidden beneath the current.
What we're looking for are cracks, crevices, or even just low points in the bedrock where our heavy material, like gold, can settle down into. Since these heavy rocks are all hanging out together here, I thought maybe there will be other heavy things also hanging out underneath it. So moving all the material off the bedrock can sometimes be the most time-consuming part of sniping. But eventually, once I got down to the low point of the bedrock, I found nothing. So I moved on to the next crevice that I saw. Just found a little flake. When I go out to snipe for gold, I usually have a plan of attack. Like I know a crevice I want to go to, I know where a flood has moved some boulders recently, but sometimes, in this case, you just work the area and suck up what you see. There's another piece of gold there, I didn't even see it. Now, obviously, when you come across a crack or crevice in an area where there's random gold laying about, you definitely want to clean it out. Just got another piece. It's half buried, so not really sure how big it'll be.
Polly skipped any lengthy introduction and started working shallow cracks along the bedrock. After clearing loose material, a small flake appeared. Not impressive on its own, but enough to confirm the creek remained active. When gold shows up early, it often signals more nearby.
I moved on downstream a ways and settled in on a spot just below this rapid. I did find a piece of gold right away, so I started looking for cracks. Now, like I always say, make sure you clean out the cracks that you find gold in. Got another one! So I'm just following this crack along, and then I had to stop because there's a big boulder in the way. So I moved the boulder, and I already see 3 pieces that were sitting underneath it. The crevice is starting to look better in that the gravel inside is more compact, but it's starting to become too shallow and dirty to see. I'll continue to work and suck up what I can see for as long as I can. I managed to suck up some fly poop that I saw, but other than that, it was time to move on. While I was making my way upstream to a deeper pool, I noticed this fast zone. There is a shallow, thin crack that I just had to check, so I did, and I got lucky. So I just found a piece of something. It looks like a piece of gold, but it also looks like a rock. It could potentially be our biggest piece of the hunt so far. Let me show you. I was surprised I sucked it up as quick as I did. Normally in the fast current, it's impossible. Not bad. Until now. I found a deep zone and I just started fanning the gravel, and I found a bullet and another piece of gold. So because this is almost 6 feet deep, I'm gonna have to dive down and hold myself upside down to see this blurry piece of gold. Now it's just a matter of getting in the right position and diving like a beautiful mermaid to suck it up. This is why having weights is handy, but I didn't feel like hiking that in this trip. I found a nugget! For sure it's the biggest one I found this trip so far. I don't know how I'm gonna get it though, because I didn't bring tweezers obviously, and it's in a really difficult spot. So this is what I call an intersection. It's where multiple cracks meet together to form a pocket or pinch zone, and is an excellent place to look for gold. So it's obviously really hard to see, but I do end up sucking that piece up along with another piece. Due to refraction, the piece looked bigger than it was. I was able to suck it up right away, and the last piece I wasn't able to suck up, so that piece was smaller than the last one. I just found another bullet and another little nugget. Ones that have packed rock and heavy material like lead and obviously gold. Lots and lots of candy in there. We're finding a lot of bullets and lead as well. Well, bullets are lead, which is a good indicator that you could find lead around.
Farther downstream, Polly examined a fast water zone below a rapid. A concealed crack beneath a shifted rock revealed several pieces at once. At a nearby junction where cracks intersected, he uncovered a larger nugget. Old fragments of lead appeared as well, a strong indicator that heavy material had been settling there for a long time.
So instead of getting back in the water here, I quickly gathered my things and ripped down the road to the bottom of my claim to give another area a look. I just found a huge nugget. So again, here we have another intersection of cracks that lead to a deep zone. It's just a good place to look for when you're looking for gold. There are 6 pieces in there. Sweet. Got another little guy. So I found this zone here behind this big rock. Gravel looked really good to me, so I wanted to get to the very bottom of the crack to see if there was another intersection I could work.
Just found 2 pieces stuck in, I just found 2 more little pieces. I'm getting cold and really tired, but it's hard to stop when you're finding gold.
I was probably floating here for about 20 minutes or so, just sucking up gold one piece after another. Okay, so once I was sure there was no more gold here, I moved on. This spot was tougher to work because it was a bit too shallow, I was in an awkward position, and the water was just loud and cold. I did find a couple pieces in here, so once I sucked them up, I quit. Okay, here is our candy for the day. All the pickers and little nuggets I can display nicely in my hand. They look so pretty. Okay, let's weigh all the gold, starting with our 3 biggest bits. 0.61, our second biggest piece, 0.71, and our biggest piece that we found on this trip, 0.65 grams. Let's see what all this weighs. I'm gonna guess 4.1 grams. Oh, 6.37 grams.
After changing spots, Paulie discovered another productive pocket almost immediately. Remaining longer and deeper water gold continued to surface. When he finally stopped, the weigh-in confirmed the pattern more than 6 grams in total, with rough, coarse pieces suggesting the source was not far upstream. The coarse texture and repeated pockets indicate the gold may be eroding from a nearby undiscovered deposit. If this much surfaced so easily, how much gold still lies locked deeper within the creek? August 29th, 2022. The night opened with rain and lightning flashing over the harbor. By morning, the storm had passed. In the gray daylight Maruko's known from her channel, Maruko's Fishing prepared her rods and bait, ready to face whatever waited below. The harbor lay slick and quiet after the storm. She cast her line and the heavy rod bent almost instantly, the reel screaming as something immense pulled from beneath the surface.
Okay. Okay. せーの。乗った。巻いて。巻いて。取るかもしれんけど、巻いて。垂れて、竿。オッケー。乗ってる。オッケー。無理にギンバルってんでもいいって。よっしゃ、いけ。あ、いいね。よかった。もっと締めた方がいいんじゃない？下から行って上ですね。あ、違う。そう。張り付かれたらしんどいけ。張り付かれんようにずっとテンションかけてね。よっしゃ。足取れたらでかいよ。だいぶ上におらんけど。で、また走ったりとかするけ。もうそのままテンション抜けたらバレるけ。気をつけてください。泳げんけど大丈夫？いや、ゆっくり。まあ、気楽に行こう。あ、走られとるね。走られるのはいいけ。張り付かれたらしんどいけ。しゃがむのは全然いいけ。座ったら横の移動ができんくなるけ。
She planted her boots against the wet concrete arms, locked sweat mixing with salt spray. Every turn of the reel met brutal resistance. The line sliced through the water, vibrating with the weight of a creature that refused to rise. Minutes stretched on. Her breathing turned ragged, her face tight with strain, but she refused to let go. Around her, voices urged her forward, shouting to keep the tension steady.
切ろうとしとるね。
ちょっと待って。
いける。諦めたらあかんで。よし。ゆっくり行こう。
やばい。
よし。オッケー。若さん、上立てます？そのまま。立てますか？
うわ！でかい！引っ張られて。
オッケー。これ右側。オッケー。いやー、行こう。で、そのまま、マコさん右側に。あ、滑る。オッケー。
頑張って。
でかっ。
どうぞ。
頑張れ。ねすぐ。よっしゃ、いけ。
危ないね、刺されとってや。
危ない。うおー、でかっ。よっしゃ、いけ。あともうちょい。よし、来た。ちょっと気をつけてよ。危ない。おめでとうございます。やりましたね。
The rod bowed in a dangerous arc, yet somehow held. Then the shadow surfaced. A stingray, enormous, wider than her height, thrashed with violent force. Water surged as it rolled, revealing the glint of its venomous barb. Warnings rang out. A single strike could be fatal. Still, she fought, pulling, reeling, holding her ground against the giant. The stingray writhed, but slowly weakened its movements, growing sluggish. Finally, after a struggle that felt endless, the battle ended.
釣れました。何キロぐらいこれ？
そうですね、100キロあるんかな、どうなんでしょうね。
100キロないかな。
重たすぎてね、持てないんですよ。だから
私よりは絶対重たい。
測りたくても測れんっていう。
で、これがで、私初めて釣ったんやけど、なんか聞いた話によるとね、これ見て、これが、ここのこの部分が、これ星の、この、多分星に見えるからちゃう？このマークみたいな柄なんかなって。これ、恐ろしい。見て、この毒針。これやばいやろ。これ、ピンと当てる？これ、こんな恐ろしい針がついてんのよ。だから、エイの毒針みんな気をつけてほしいんやけど、これ、エイの毒針は、これ、ついたら、まあ、ちょっとかわいそうっていうのもあるけど、やっぱり、こうやって折ったらまた生えてくるから、すぐに。エイの毒針。で、これ予備軍。毒針予備軍やから、今日。でかい、これ多分日本最大級の種類ちゃう？
最重量じゃないですか、これも。
最重量の負担になる、多分エイやから。
バチクソ引きましたもんね。
めっちゃ引いた。こんなんがあんな堤防におるって考えたらめっちゃ怖い。やったら私より、にでかい。ほら、何センチ？全長で言ったら。
2メーターはあるんじゃないですか。
2メーターは余裕である。
はい。
2メーターは余裕である。
With careful hands, the line was eased and the stingray was released. Its vast body slid back into the harbor, disappearing beneath the surface as the water closed above it. Maruko stood exhausted, her smile faint, the long fight finally behind her. For many viewers, the footage was hard to watch without feeling the same exhaustion she endured. Comments praised her determination, calling her a true hunter of giants. Some noted the prolonged struggle left even the audience drained, as if they had battled alongside her. The release drew mixed reactions. Many were relieved to see the stingray return to the water, believing it would recover and grow again. Others questioned whether it could truly survive after losing its venomous stinger, a weapon nature provided for defense. Without it, some feared the stingray would be left vulnerable, its fate uncertain in the depths. A lingering doubt remains. The battle ended with release, but was it truly a second chance or only the beginning of the end? What do you believe? Did the stingray glide back into the harbor to live another day, or did the fight take more from the creature than the eye could see? And if faced with the same choice, would you have done what she did? Risk everything to land it, only to let it go. October 30th, 2021. In the Outer Banks of North Carolina, the creator of Outdoor Boys set out well before sunrise. Known for documenting family-friendly outdoor adventures with his 3 sons this time, he traveled alone pursuing something far more demanding. At 6 a.m., he began a 5-hour drive toward the coast, determined to attempt his first spearfishing trip in open water. What began as another adventure soon drifted into unfamiliar depths.
Well, we shot a couple nice little fish there, but the visibility wasn't great, so we're gonna go try another spot real quick, see if we can get some better visibility and maybe some bigger fish.
Get in there, catch a... That's kind of where we are going.
Oh, I forgot to put my hood up. Woohoo! When we landed in the second spot, we were immediately greeted by this big ball of bait fish came right around us, and then this 40-pound Barracuda swam right in front of me, and there was 3 more underneath. And this makes me a little nervous because I know a guy that got his kneecap bitten off by a Barracuda, so that was all I was thinking about as I saw these Barracuda. But once you dove down under the first 10-15 feet, the visibility got a lot better, and I could see these pilings I was diving next to, and you could kind of start seeing all these fish, and you could get yourself oriented, and it was just awesome. Suddenly 2 cobia right there just swam right past me, and I'm like, what the heck? And I look, and there's a couple good-sized jacks, and I totally scared them away by pointing my gun at them, and then a school of cobia swims right up to me. Oh, I just barely nicked the skin on the top of his head, and then the spear almost immediately tore out before that cobia nearly ripped that spear out of my hand. So I learned real quick to calm down and focus on my shots and loosen the drag on my reel.
The journey opened with calm seas and a narrow break in the stormy weather that had battered the coast. As the boat moved farther from land, the shoreline vanished, leaving only an endless blue horizon. On his first dive into 75 feet of water, he descended only a short distance before encountering a massive school of spadefish. Excitement quickly turned to frustration when he realized he had forgotten to disengage the safety on his spear gun. After correcting the mistake, he landed his first fish a perfect shot that set the tone for the day. But the deeper he went, the stranger the water felt.
Bring a big cooler today? I did. I mean, that was only 21 feet, so, you know, I've only had to dive like 29 feet, 34 feet, 41 feet, 21 feet. I mean, this is great. I think all of my dives have been under a minute. Well, now I'd limited out on Amberjack as well as cobia, so I got my pole spear out. I was gonna go try poking some of those spade fish and some of those Amico jacks with my pole spear.
Murky green surrounded him, disorienting and empty, with no bottom in sight and no landmarks to guide his direction. Only the digital display of his dive watch confirmed he was descending at all. At nearly 30 feet down, sudden movement snapped him alert. An entire school of fish materialized from the haze and vanished just as quickly. Moments later, the ocean revealed its first predator. A 40-pound Barracuda glided past, its silver body flashing in filtered light. 3 more lingered in the shadows below. He recalled stories of Barracuda attacks and kept his distance, aware of how quickly curiosity could shift to aggression. When visibility improved near a second reef, the real tests began. A group of cobia appeared from nowhere, circling just beyond reach. His first shot grazed one, but the spear pulled free. On the next attempt, he steadied his aim.
So I dove down here, and I was only about 20 feet under, saw a big old Amberjack. Everything about this dive went so smoothly. I was like, this is easy, I got this. Little did I know that this Amberjack was going to try to murder me. You know how I told you you're not supposed to get tangled up in your spear line? Really hard when an Amberjack is swimming circles around you with a spear sticking out of its head. This Amberjack has completely wrapped the cable around my throat and is trying to strangle me to death. I'm being garroted by an Amberjack. Fun fact, this is actually the second time somebody has tried to strangle me while I was swimming.
And secured his first cobia, an 18 to 20-pound fish that fought violently against the line until he surfaced. Then came the Amberjack. Diving only 20 feet, he struck a large one, but the fish bolted in tight circles. Within seconds, the spear line wrapped around his neck, pulling tight. What should have been a clean catch turned into a struggle for breath, the cable threatening to cut off his air before he could surface. He freed himself, shaken but alive. For some viewers, the highlight wasn't the catch, but the risks. Comments questioned whether a beginner should be diving near Barracuda at all, or whether the Amberjack incident showed how quickly inexperience can become dangerous. Others suggested he had underestimated how fast a simple tangle could escalate into disaster. The day ended in success, but the ocean rarely grants second chances. If one Amberjack could nearly end a dive in shallow water, what else might be waiting in the deeper blue just beyond the limits of visibility? August 4th, 2021. In Texas, an urban creek hides in plain sight. From the surface, it appears calm, bordered by homes and streets, yet below the waterline, giants still move. On this day, Ty from the channel, Ty Pig Patrol, began an 8-mile paddle documenting every moment with his GoPro. His channel is known for high-risk fishing, pursuing the largest and most elusive creatures in the wild. This trip would prove just how dangerous that pursuit can be. The morning heat was already suffocating the water near 90 degrees. Ty baited massive hooks with carp and mullet lines, thick as a thumb, stretching into the slow current.
He don't look too big. He's not that. Jeez, he's not that bad.
Oh yeah, stop. My balls so bad. The rod just smacked me.
Dude, he's pretty good. Pretty good first. Jeez. Pull him back over here.
The hook is right there. It's a little guy.
It's not a bad start.
Yeah, for a good start.
Beautiful
We
fish.
haven't even been on the water.
Got the hook
for an
out.
hour.
First fish. Goal is to find something that makes him look small. Or a catfish that's his size, because he's about 50, 60 pounds.
There we go.
The first strike came quickly. A rod bowed violently, the drag screaming as he pulled against the weight. A massive catfish rolled to the surface, 50, maybe 60 pounds, thrashing with raw power. It wasn't the 100-pound giants he had landed here before, but it was a reminder of what the creek holds. After the fight, he released it, watching the fish slide back into the dark water.
I moved him.
You can feel him on me?
Oh yeah. Got him. I don't know what it is. Come on.
Might be the snapper. Oh yeah.
Oh, dude. Is that an alligator snapper? Oh my gosh. Oh, it's huge, dude. Oh, I can barely move it. Oh my gosh. Take the rod. Holy
Turtle.
smokes. This guy is crazy. Oh, I got him. Oh, what a monster. There we go. We're good.
All right, guys, check out this giant alligator snapping turtle. Probably not gonna quite hit the 100-pound mark, but we're talking 70 to 80 pounds. A true monster. You can see this turtle cannot put its arms or its legs in its own shell. It's the only turtle in the world that cannot do that. Because as you can tell, it has protection enough with that massive face. And he's got these 3 awesome rows back here, an actual beak as opposed to more of a mouth like the common snapping turtle. And he's got a little worm on the end of his tongue that comes out and entices bluegill and small bait fish to bite that worm. That's it right there.
I'll get some around.
Get this guy out into deeper water.
He is a gone. Wow.
Then came something stranger. The line grew heavy and slow, like dragging along the bottom. But when it surfaced, it was not a fish. An alligator snapping turtle, nearly 80 pounds, broke the surface. Its armored ridges, hooked beak, and worm-like lure made it appear more prehistoric than alive, a creature older than the creek itself. With care, Ty released it, watching the ancient animal sink back into the depths.
All right, my friends, so far we have got one 50 to 60, maybe 70 pound, 50, 60 pound alligator gar. And then I had that one run that was just blistering where I set the hook because I was running out of line and because my kayak wasn't in a good spot. It was just a whole mess right there. It all happened too fast and that fish just came towards us. I'm sure that fish was well over 100 pounds and seeing so many 100 to 150 pound fish out here, but could not make the hook stick. Those alligator gar are nothing but bone. I'm sure that hook was in bone. When I got the hook back, I could feel the hook point was a little bit dulled from setting into the bone.
The most intense strike came later. A float tore across the current, the kayak rocking under the force. Ty set the hook and felt something enormous on the other end. For a moment, it was pure power and tension, then nothing. The line returned slack, the hook dulled against bone. It may have been an alligator gar, easily over 100 pounds, jaws too tough to hold. A ghost of a fish, present one second and gone the next. By the halfway point, the creek had revealed a giant catfish, a nightmare turtle, and the shadow of something far larger that escaped unseen. Viewers later dubbed the place Jurassic Creek, a city waterway still hiding monsters from another age. Some recalled seeing turtles twice that size, while others spoke of gar powerful enough to drag a kayak into the current. The comments reflected awe, but also unease. If creatures grow this large in the middle of town, what else might be living beneath the surface? A quiet Texas creek, surrounded by neighborhoods yet teeming with ancient predators. If this is what surfaced in one trip, what else waits just a few feet below the waterline? Would you ever swim there knowing something unseen could be watching from the depths? That's it for tonight. Which moment creep? Drop it in the comments. Have your own story, share it with us, and stay tuned. The next one is even darker.